88.9 WERS. Welcome to Behind the Music Desk. We are half of the music staff here today talking about the latest ads that we've added to the radio station this week and what you just heard on 7 o'clock news tonight. My name is Nina.
I'm Hope.
And I'm Claire.
And we're going to first get started talking about the songs you heard on 7 o'clock news.
Yeah, so first up on news, we have Dark Days by Local Natives. It features Nina Persson of the Cardigans. It's off their new album, Sunlit Youth, that just came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, this is their third album, and I really appreciate this new, they're clearly just very optimistic at this point of their lives. I think that's really shining through on a much brighter sound for them.
It's a very a happy sounding song.
Yeah, you can hear the progression over the 3 albums of just kind of this
slow change towards optimism.
Yeah, but in a really beautiful way. And I think especially this song, you can kind of hear this kind of progression to more of a pop sound, which is new for them, but they do in a really, really great way.
Yeah, that stays true to them, and I think the collaboration is very cool. I'm curious how that kind of came together. But I think with every album, this being their third album, they are continuously sort of cementing their place as a legitimate force in the genre, constantly challenging themselves and growing. I feel they haven't shown a lot of weakness through their growth. So,
right. The next song we played on 7 o'clock news was Rotten Pumpkin by Slothrust. Their new album is called Everyone Else, and it was out October 28th, and it's their third album as well. And this is a sort of half-baked theory about indie music today, but I think that in general there are 2 different directions that bands are going in. They're going in sort of techno, more sort of electronic music. Exactly, that kind of almost more popish sound, and then sort of lo-fi grunge rock. And I think Slothrust is an excellent example of the lo-fi grunge rock direction that indie rock is taking, especially in recent years. And the host of bands that have come up that sort of sound more, I guess, raw.
Yeah, I definitely hear that. It has that kind of raw, simplistic sound, but it's still very layered.
Right.
It's complex.
Yeah,
it's very complex, but there's this simplicity about it that just makes it very pleasant to listen to.
It really makes sense, and I think we're only going to see this happening more and more. It's because the kids of the 90s, they're growing up, they're starting bands, and of course we're going to hear these influences way more than maybe we have previously heard. 80s sounding music was really big, I think, a few years back, and Odyssey will always be, but I think 90s influence is really showing its face.
We're making a somewhat return to grunge.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like this more mellow kind of brightness to the grunge movement, if that makes sense.
Yes,
it's this happy grunge that's just but it's really cool.
Yeah. And third song we featured on 7 o'clock news was Number 28 by Australian band Methyl Ethel. They have been a very cool discovery for me lately.
I love this song.
Same with me.
I listened to it on the way here, and I was walking around in the fall in the common. It was great.
Right. So this is the first single off of their upcoming sophomore album, which I believe doesn't have a release date yet. Their first album was Inhuman Spectacle, released in 2015, and then this second album, I am excited for them because they're working with a cool producer who's worked with Arctic Monkeys, Florence and the Machine, Foals, Haim,
a whole bunch of people.
Methyl Ethel, band to watch.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. Next up we have Follow the Leader by Foxygen. Their new album, Hang, is coming out January 20th. This is the second single off of this new album. The first one was America, and now we're hearing Follow the Leader, so very exciting. This new album is going to feature the Flaming Lips, Stephen Drozd, and the Lemon Twigs, which is a band we actually just played on news a couple weeks ago.
If you've been following along.
Yeah, their new album, Do Hollywood, came out.
Yeah,
very exciting.
I'd say that this song, Follow the Leader, is the more clear single. I think America was more of a teaser to we're back, and then this is very beautiful. Like
Yes,
the orchestra.
single of the
Absolutely
album.
amazing.
Yeah, every song in the album, the Hang that's out January 20th, every song has a 40-piece orchestra. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so exciting. I love strings.
So yeah,
So I'm ready.
it's going to be. It's already proving to be a beautiful sound for them. So that is an album to look forward to in the winter.
Definitely.
We're moving onwards and upwards, and of course I'm talking about ads. This week, we have added Sweep Me Off My Feet by Pond. Now, they're another band from Perth. Fun fact, Perth is one of the most isolated cities in the world, because Australia is a big place, and Perth is kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yet, this is the second band on this week's news from Perth.
Yeah, Perth is
Yeah.
proving to be a very prominent place for musical talent. It must be that isolation. That's where they're getting.
Yeah,
A lot of
energy.
like really, really stellar music is coming from Perth right now.
Right.
And it's all kind of out of that
Tame Impala.
same group of people who
Uh-huh.
are kind of like all in different bands, just
Right.
like making really amazing music, which
Yeah.
is super cool.
Because Pond was conceived by two members from Tame Impala's touring group, and it was Nick Albrook, who's the guitarist, and Jay Watson, who's the drummer, and then they started Pond, and so it's kind of like a, not necessarily an offshoot of Tame Impala, but it definitely
Heavy
is.
association.
Yes.
Yeah, featured Pond, the song a few weeks back on news. Now we're happy to give it a permanent home on WERS.
Next up we have Just Your Fool by the Rolling Stones.
Never heard of them.
A small up and coming band.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Rolling Stones are releasing a new album, all of blues covers called Blue and Lonesome, which is, you know, they've gotten to this point in their career where they can do anything.
54 years.
Yeah, so they're just doing what they love and they're making good music. They're making covers of their favorite blues covers, which I think is really, really cool for them.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the album's not out, but the ones that have been released, they're all short and
December 2nd.
sweet. They were, I believe the first one was released right around their Desert Trip performance.
Right.
So it's just, it's cool that we get to experience new Rolling Stones releases.
That's
And
true.
that's a cool part of history. And the final song we were going to talk about today is SOS Overboard by Portland band Joseph. It's a band of three sisters. Yeah, it's a really lovely sounding song. We've been playing White Flag pretty heavily, so now we're excited to show our audience a bit more of them. And apparently their eldest sister Natalie was kind of started off trying to do a solo career, and then along the way her younger twin sisters joined the project, and now they're clearly having a lot of success with what they're doing. So yes, excited to be able to explore more of Joseph, and that brings us to the end of the list.
Yeah.
So again, heard us talk about songs that you just heard on 7 o'clock news tonight. Come back next week. We'll be talking about more new music that you should be knowing about here on 88.9 WERS.